Hi, I'm Michelle Gertis, and today we're going to be talking about impatience. What is keeping you from experiencing calm, serene lifestyle? And most of us, I found myself even this morning being impatient with my dog as I was trying to get everything accomplished to be on with you guys right at 9 o'clock. And just was thinking about how this emotion of impatience and this reaction to my dog was actually about a reaction to myself for not taking the time to get up just a little bit earlier and take care of him like I should. I was using procrastination to do that. There's stuff you have to do with your dog that I don't know why I waited because it's still the same things and it's not going to happen if you don't make the time for it. So that procrastination was my fault. So this morning we're looking for some oils that are in your starter kits. Now, starting in next month, that's going to be a little different because not everybody's going to start with the same oils. And so I'll have to be a little bit more elaborate on the oils that you can use for your impatience. But this month, if you're starting with your starter kit, inside there, you're going to find some great oils that you can start working on impatience. So you're going to look at frankincense, of course, always, stress away, and peace and calming. Why? Because that's what they're bringing to you is calm. So when they go down to your receptor sites, they're looking to bring out any blockers that's keeping you from living a serene, um, happy, patient, calm lifestyle. That's what they're looking for. The other great one is ylang ylang. So this one has a real flowery smell and can smell a little bit like, I think, a grandma at church. And it's kind of sweet, so it's a little bit pungent, but it's often used with patchouli in a lot of perfumes. So it's actually probably great to a lot of people. I like more of a woodsy smell. So you'll either love it or you'll hate it. And you can actually, when you're going out, apply that maybe to your feet or smell it in your hands and then apply it to your feet if it's too strong for you. Today, again, I am stepping my care up because I have walked through so many of these steps already using I would say the younger oils, the beginner oils. And so I'm stepping mine up using from the Freedom Release Kit. And so I'm using actually TR Care. So I'm needing to get my layers are getting deeper and we need to pull stuff out. So I'm using TR Care. Again, we're working with your intestines. And so are your intestines sluggish? Do they hurt? Do you have Crohn's disease, celiac disease? Um, are you constipated? Do you go to the bathroom, just, eat something and 20 minutes later you lose everything? What is going on with you? So really start to pay attention to what your cycles are like with your stomach, what's affecting it. Is it your food source? Is it your water source? Is it your anxiety? Is it that you are just not living as calm of a lifestyle as you need to? Let me pull up my information on my phone and we will just go ahead and set our intention to be declare anything that is keeping us from being patient, from being calm, from being serene, from living a lifestyle that is totally at ease and is waiting to align with our deity, with God the Father, our Creator, and we want to stop judging ourselves and stop judging others, and look for those things that will bring us peace, bring us a pleasant atmosphere, help us to accept those around us, and uh, most of all, be patient. So we just thank you, God, for letting us realize that there's some areas in our life, and we just ask as we walk through this next time that your presence is here, that if you have visions or thoughts or memories that need to come to our attention, that you bring those to each person's attention, that you just walk with each person as they start these releases and open up their eyes so that they can see what's going on around them and hear the reality of what life is about and to open their hearts to change and to walk in a closer relationship to you. I always add truth so that I see the complete truth, know the complete truth, and walk in that truth, regardless of what it is and where it takes me. All right, with this, thank you, Father God, for all of that. And we just get started. So, as we put on our oil, so choose your oil and let's get that started. Let's get that party started. Put that in your hand, give it a little twirl around. You can add it to the inside of the arch of your foot. That's where your small intestines are. And that's really kind of what we're working on today is that small intestines. So in the arch and then across where you see the bottom of your arch next to your heel, just rub your hand across the top of your heel, not the back of your heel, but the top. Okay, we're going to add a little bit of that oil to our temples, the pituitary gland right there. And then go ahead and take the rest of the oil and rub it at the top of your tummy. So right under your rib cage. That's where your small intestines are, all the way across from one rib to the other rib. And then what's left in your hand, we're going to begin smelling that. And as we take our 5 deep breaths in and release those, just want to thank and be grateful for 5 different things. So what can you be grateful for this morning? Remember to breathe all the way in as deep as that you can. You can hold that for 5 seconds as you're thinking of what you're grateful for, and then releasing. Back in. Hold that. And then release. And one more breath. Okay, so as we were breathing, I heard 3 negative statements that we're going to clear. And so these are ones that a lot of times we have rolling around in our head and we don't realize that they are our sabotage or our negative programming. So the first one is, this must be done now. Always in that frame of mind that things have to be done right now. We're always in a hurry. So this must be done now. The second one was, time is of the essence. The third one is, there is no time to wait. So you already noticed that most of this revolves around time. So probably there's some other issues that are negative programming that you have about time. And so you'll want to keep that in mind as you're working on clearing yourself over the next few weeks. That when things come up in your mind about your time and your lack of time, or your need to move quickly, your need to stay in a time frame, that you may have other emotions that are triggering you regarding time. All right. So all negative statements regarding this must be done now. I'm just going to bring that to attention. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to release all emotional baggage that's been collected because of this negative program. This must be done now. And we're going to release all aggression. We release all anger. Now, I know that some of you like to fast forward your podcast. And while that can be done, this one's going to be really hard to do fast forward. You may want to slow it down. That's what I was seeing because I like to go fast in this. But sometimes your body needs a little bit longer to actually feel the release of each one. So when I may be like 3 emotions down, you may be just now releasing aggression, the first one I said. And so if you need to slow this process down, you can actually take your video and slow it down where I'm talking slower. And I wouldn't encourage you to go faster because while you're getting the information faster, your body has to catch up. So you may like get really tired or need to breathe that off or feel a surge of energy all over your body that becomes to feel anxious, upset, and really not comfortable. And that's just because you're speeding the process up too fast. And so you'll need to clear that energy like really fast off of you. And again, since we're working on the intestines, we start at the back of that ear and come down the side of your neck, so the back of your ear, come down the side of your neck, off your shoulder, the back of your arm, the top part of your arm, and then the bottom part of your arm. So you can either, if you have a bigger hand, you can probably get the whole part of your arm. But if not, just sweep the top and the bottom, come down through your elbow and off the pinky. And so you'll do that on both sides as we're doing that today. Okay. So that'll help to relieve some of that energy if you feel like it's sticking around and you're not clearing it, or you're still a little agitated, upset, feeling impatient. Because right now I am probably triggering this impatience, this time crunch where you feel like you need to speed me up. And it's like, no, this one is where you're going to have to practice that patience, the calm, the having a pleasant experience, being acceptive of my words that we're saying, and trying to stay in a serene place. Okay. For some of us, that's just really difficult. That sereneness that should be around us. It almost feels agitating and triggering in itself to have calm and serene atmosphere. Like something's not right, something's out of whack. And that's actually an atmosphere that we should strive to have more often. Okay, so we're going to release all aggression, all anger, all resentment. With this must be done now. All anxiety, all apathy. This is for those people that have given up, that they can't get stuff accomplished in a reasonable amount of time, they think, so they don't even care anymore. Well, it's still an emotion that causes major issue and impatience on their part. Boredom, release all confusion, all condemnation, all clarity, all aspects of cynicism. We're doing so good. I'm so proud of you. We're going to actually bundle a few of these together now. So we're going to release all despondency and disbelief, all disappointment and discontent, all doubt and dread, all embarrassment, all envy, all evil, all fear, all frustration, all grief, all guilt, all hate, hopelessness, humiliation that is brought about by that negative program, this all must be done now. All irritation, all jealousy, all judgment, all areas of nervousness, overwhelm, pain, pressure. We release all rage, all areas of revenge, all rigidness, all skepticism and stress, all sorrow, all terror, uncertainty, and worry. Now, we've talked about that these emotions can be actually yours, or they could be others that are people around you, things going on in your surroundings. We often pick up that baggage of other people and apply it to our body and to apply it to our life. But we also have a lot of our emotion and our memory stored in our DNA from our inherited from our ancestors. Um, Also, if you're adopted, you get it kind of a double whammy. You can have it from your biological parents, but it's also that comes down with the adoption process. That's something that happens in the spiritual when you're adopted. So you gain a lot of things from your adoptive parents that you may not have known about. So you'll have those things lurking around too. So when you're thinking about these things, and one that pointed out to me when I was releasing was terror, that this must be done now. And the vision that I had was somebody trying to put out a fire, um, really to not be caught. Not it was like their fire for warmth or to eat, and like they had to drench the fire, get the fire out right now. They had to, because if they didn't and they didn't dissipate the smoke, then they were going to be found out. So there's a lot of things that we don't understand and that could have happened to somebody in our lifetime, not in our lifetime, in previous life, not previous lives, in someone else's life that's harbored to the DNA and has caused terror that comes up to us now. So while you're thinking, oh, I don't have any terror, I've never been in a spot that is like that. Well, somebody else probably has. And it's just in your DNA and the energy's still there. And we're just wiping it away. We're just acknowledging it and giving it a chance to leave. And when we are focusing on that, then that oil that we breathed in has a chance to even go in and start to repair the cells and the structure of the DNA where that terror was harboring. So it's really cool that it can do that. It has the molecular structure to do that. It has the quantum physics to do that. And so it just does. And there are actually some other modalities that you can use. You know, I love to teach you something new, but there's some other modalities that have the frequencies that can help with that. It's just I specifically like the fact that the essential oils not only helps with your frequency of moving those emotions out, but it has the nutrition that our cells need to actually go back in and then repair your DNA to be healthy and build back up. So it's pretty awesome. Okay. So now I just want to acknowledge all blockers that are keeping us from receiving the positive energies of being nurtured, having belief, having calm, having serene lifestyle, of those things that are keeping us from experiencing patience. Abundance of patience is what just came. So we want to bring everything that is keeping us from having abundance of patience out. And we just ask for that to leave our body and to leave it in a way that leaves us in a nice experience rather than an impatient experience. And we just allow our bodies to give the time that it needs and the patience to release this energy on its own. We're not going to be impatient. Okay. The next one is time is of the essence. This is your negative programming. So time is of the essence, and there is no time to wait. Everything in our bodies that has an emotion that is negative attached to it because of these programmings, time is of the essence. There is no time to wait. We bring to front. You may feel a little tingling all over your body or in your hair. You may feel nothing, but there are a lot of people that feel the actual energy on their body. Okay. So are you ready to release? We bring to front all aggression, anger, resentment, stress, stubbornness, uncertainty, worry, and terror associated with this negative program. There is no time to waste, and time is of the essence. We bring to front all confusion, all contempt, all cynicism. We bring to front all despondency, all disbelief, all disappointment, all discontent, all hopelessness and humiliation. We bring to front all judgment, all nervousness, all rage, revenge, frustration, all shame, all skepticism and sorrow associated with a negative program, that time is of the essence and there is no time to wait. So you may be just feeling that in your body and not realizing that those are the actual sentences running through your body over and over and over again, like on a loop, to make you feel like I have to do everything right now. It has to be done right now. It really puts a stressor on your whole body organs because you're in flight or free. You're trying to get out of freeze, but you're in flight the whole time. So just bring all of those negative emotions, any other negative emotions we ask to come to front associated with this programming. You may actually hear the words, and if you do, you can jot those down, but it's fine to totally not and just to release them. And then we want to release all blocks with the positive emotions and with this program and false belief that time is of the essence and there is no time to wait. So those positive emotions you may not be able to feel and to work with are appreciation, belief, all blockers with calm, all blockers with serenity, all blockers with patience, all blockers with clarity, enjoyment and happiness, all blockers with harmony, love, all blockers with positive memories, all blockers with receiving, all blockers with feeling safe, all blockers with feeling supported, all blockers with trust. So once we've released all those blockers, we just ask for love to come into you, for those fruits of the Spirit, which we know are patience and kindness, to come into you, for feelings of being pleasant, for acceptance, and for serenity. All right. So as you work through these patients, you can take the same thought process and use it a little bit more um, around those specific words of patience, calm, pleasant, accepting, and serene, and dig a little bit deeper to find um, something that you might have affected around those. All right. If you have any questions, you are always free to reach out to me. If you would like to get a copy of my emotions list or a copy of the script that we mentioned last week, I'm looking for my book for Feelings Buried Alive, but I think it's in my car. A script from the Feelings Buried Alive book, then I'm going to have those available in both our essential oil Facebook group, which was Revive 17, and then one in my client Facebook group, which is Revive 7. So those will be available to you guys. If you have any questions, give me a call, and I look forward to talking to you. Bye.